welcome to Creativity with Jennifer. I am here tonight to do some crafting with you, along with having my free with a purchase class with you tonight. I am so excited to be here with you. I'm going to give everybody a moment to jump on as I get my desktop set up and ready to go so we can see comments as they come in. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Sunday. I have been traveling back from the beach, as you have seen in my post earlier in the weekend. I was a speaker at a women's church retreat in Palms, and it was fabulous. My topic program was called the Chocolate Cafe, and one of the crafts we did, I'm going to try to do this without making my candle go out. One of the crafts we did was we made these candles, and it is chocolate smelling. And yes, I have lit my candle, and it is smelling like chocolate. I gave the ladies all kinds of chocolate during the weekend as we studied the Word of Jesus, and had a lot of fun times with that. So I am back. I have been in the craft room today playing and having a fun time as well with that. For those that don't know me, I am Jennifer. I am from Lexington, South Carolina area, and I am a independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am excited to be here to share the product with you tonight. Hello, Nancy. I hope you have had a wonderful Sunday. I have been in the room working away on projects, so I have had a great day as well and enjoyed my beach time. The water was cold, but not as cold as it was in January when I got in the water at a retreat there as well. All right, so we're going to jump in. Upcoming things is tonight is the last night, well, tomorrow is the last night to sign up for Stampin' Bingo. If you have not registered for Bingo and you're interested, now is your time. I will put the link in this video after we get done so you don't miss out. But today is the deadline to register for Bingo, and it is $45. We will have 6 rounds of Bingo. We will do new product out of our new catalog. This is the new catalog. If you do not have one and you would like one, please put in comments, catalog, and I will make sure to get one out to you. Hello, Mom. But today, sign up for Bingo if you have not already, because tomorrow I will be placing the orders to get that. Bingo is going to be on May 31st from 1 p.m. until about 4 p.m., and we will have make and take as well as 6 rounds of Bingo, and then you will have a goodie bag to take home with you as well. All right, so that is about what I've got going on. Creativity Club for June is open, so if you're interested in joining that, please look into signing up for that as well. I am underway in getting the products done for the Creativity Club. All right, I have 3 projects tonight, so I'm going to turn the camera so we can get started, and hopefully you will enjoy the project. All right, let's see. I've turned my desk around, so hopefully I'm not gonna be messing up here. So tonight I am using the paper tag bundle, and it comes with somewhere. Where's it at? Here it is. It has dies that go with it. So these are the stamps. The dies that go with it. I'm going to see if I can do this. Hold on. I did not put them back on my sheet correctly. All right, so we've got our little die here, and then this die goes in there. So there are the dies. And then, of course, here is the cheat sheet that I did that shows you how you cut out the dies and what they look like. So tonight we're going to be using this bundle along with the Floral Impression designer paper. It is 6 designs and it's double-sided. You get 2 sheets of each one of these designs. And this is a online exclusive paper if you are interested in it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, wrong section. I've used some of the paper for the products tonight, so I wanted to switch it over so you can see all the designs. All right, so here now, this is better. You've got these designs. All right, I got to make my sampler, and it'll be easier for you guys to see it. But for the moment, this is what we got. Hey, Dora. Hey, Judy. Dora, you and me both, hon. Do not feel sorry. I am always late. But it's okay. As long as we show up, we are good to go. All right, so we're just getting started, so you're good. All right, so here are the front sides of this. This is called Floral Impression Designer Series paper. And then when you turn it over, you have the solids on the back side. It does have a design in it, but they are solid colors. And it's not the floral. So I'm going to hold this up just a little bit so you can see what it looks like. All right. So this is a online exclusive designer series paper. There is a bundle with it. I don't currently have the bundle that goes with it. I wish I did, but I don't. So we're going to make it work the other way around, and we are going to use paper tags. All right, so I'm going to show you the project, and then we're going to get started. I have 3 designs. So today is our free with purchase. So when you place a minimum of a $40 order, then you will get the supplies to make all 3 of these projects for free. Okay? All right, so here is card number 1. And then, let's see. I can't take that one out because it's going to mess up. Here is card number 2. Okay? And then I went out on a limb and I did card number 3. Let's see if I can do this. Well, so on that is the envelope that goes with card number 3, and this is the fun fold card. So you have it like this, and then when it opens up, it's like that. So that is the fun fold card. So that is card number 3. All right, so we're going to get started with our projects, and we're going to start with this one first. And this one is using the colors in this one that I used is Misty Moonlight, Basic White, and then, of course, the floral design, along with the 1 3/4 punch. So, and then, of course, the dyes. And the ink in here is garden green, and then my embellishment that I use is the strawberry slush. Hold on. It is called strawberry slush and something. Oh, goodness. Where's my... All right. There it is. It is called Strawberry Slush and Pretty and Pink Gems, and these are an online exclusive item. Hello, Debbie. Thanks, Nancy. All right, so let's get started. We are going to take our pieces out, and I actually need to grab a piece of basic white cardstock here. All right, so we're going to take our Misty Moonlight. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4.25. So this is our basic size cardstock. And we're going to fold it in half and then take the foam folder and run across this and give it that great press there. And then we have a piece of basic white. We actually have two pieces. They are 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 by 4. And it's basic white cardstock. You're going to put your adhesive on it. You can use liquid glue or you can use the adhesive. This I'm using is our Stampin' seal. I'm going to go ahead and put one of them on the inside. And then the other one, I'm going to take my designer series paper. And this is 4 by 2 3/4. So 4 and 2 3/4. And I'm going to put my adhesive on the back side here. Come on. All right. And then I want to put it down just a little bit. I want to leave a little gap at the top, but it does go side to side on the basic white. Like there's no extra space. But I did want a space at the top and a space at the bottom. All right, now we are going to take the same designer series paper, and I'm going to take my punch, and I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to punch out 2 circles. Okay. And then we are ready to do our stamping. Now, what I did, I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see it. And I need to get my garden green. This is garden green. So we're going to open this up. And I am taking our big stamp that is in our paper tag stamp set here. It says, "May your day be filled with sunshine and laughter." And because this is a bigger stamp, I like to take my ink pad, turn it over, and tap it onto my stamp. This way you don't have the risk of dropping it everywhere and getting ink all over you and all over your workspace. Also, it helps you get its stamped image better. All right, now we are going to take our basic white and we are going to stamp straight down and give it that good compressed pressure on it. And I kind of do it a couple of times and I do it around, but don't rock it or you will get ink all over your paper. Judy, the circle size is 1 3/4 inch. 1 3/4 is the circle. And then you lift this up, and there is your beautiful image. All right? And then you take your die right here and you put it over that, and then you run it through your embossing machine to cut that. However, I did that already, and here is our image. You're welcome. So I've already cut that, but I wanted to show you the steps. So let me put those out of the way. So there is our stamped image. And I'm going to go ahead and close this up so we don't get it everywhere. And now what we're ready to do is we're going to take, if I can hold it, we're going to take our circle and we're going to put some adhesive on each side. And I'm using the back side of the designer paper to give it a different image here. And then we're going to take this and we're going to stick it to the side of this. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And you can layer these however you want. That is totally your call. All right? Then we are ready to put the adhesive on the entire stamp, punch out. And then you're going to put this down onto your base, just like that, okay? Then we are going to take our ribbon. This is white ribbon, and I want to say it's like 3/4 of an inch wide ribbon. And then you're going to just tie that beautiful bow. Now, let's see if I can tie this bow. Hopefully it's going to work. Yay, there we go. And you make your bow the size that you want it. It's up to you as to what size you want your bow. Okay, and then we're going to snip it. Take our glue dots and we're going to, I'm probably going to put about 3 to maybe 4 on here. Yeah, let's do 4. And then we're going to sit this right above the heart. Okay. And now we're ready to put this on top of our card base. And then this kind of goes right in the center. Just like that. All right. Then what I did is to finish this off, I took the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gem, and I put 2 of the Pretty in Pink gems on the card base, and I just put them down at the bottom, and I'm using the Pretty in Pink down at the bottom. So for my envelope, what I did for it, I thought I was done stamping. So I'm going to take my garden green again. And for this stamp set, it has this oval shape that I am going to stamp right there. It gives it a frame. And then on the inside, I'm going to put just for you. And just like that. So that is card number 1. Okay. Now, let's go to card number 2, but I need to take my chamois and let's clean our stamps off real quick. We are going to move into other colors now. And if you don't own one of our chamois, it is a great thing to have to clean your stamps with. It is just a sponge, and all you do is wet it with water and clean your stamps with it. No chemicals that you need to go with that. It is amazing to have. If you don't already have one, it is called the chamois, and it is one of our cleaning tools that we have. All right, so let's see, what's card number 2? Let's do the basic one, and then we'll save the fun fold till last. I'm real bad, Debbie. I usually use the green only like at Christmas time. I do need to use it more because we do have some beautiful greens. I tend to go toward the reds and the whites and the bright pinks and all that, but I should go more with the greens because it is one of our pretty colors that we have. All right, so the next card is this one, and I am using the daffodil, I am using our new in color Darling Duckling as the base, and then I have Fresh Fuchsia for the layer, and then I am using the Floral Impression designer paper again, and then of course the basic white and Fresh Fuchsia on the top, and I topped it off with embellishments. These are from our 25, 27 in color flat pearls. So these are our new in colors. If you have not already seen them, they are gorgeous, gorgeous. Love those colors. All right, so what we've got here that we are working with on this card is the Darling Duckling card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to take our page card base and we're going to fold it like we normally do. Take the bone folder and go across the end to give it that good crease there. Then what we've got is our Fresh Fuchsia cardstock. This is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 by 4. All right? And I'm not going to hook it down yet, and you'll understand in a minute why I am not doing that. Let's see. Getting my layers together. Hold on. Okay, so that's right. So I have my next piece is going, let's go ahead and do that, and then I don't get it mixed up. So I have a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4, and this piece goes on the inside. Okay, this goes on the inside. So you just put it down in there just like that, and it is ready to go. Now we have a piece of basic white that is 5 by 3 7/8. 5 by 3 7/8. And then I have 2 pieces of the designer series paper that is cut 4 2 1/4. 4 by 2 1/4. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to put our adhesive on the back. And then you want to go all the way down to the bottom of this card. Stop. You don't want any of the white showing. And then same thing with the top. You're going to take your top one and you're going to do the same thing, or the bottom, whichever you put down first. You got to put the other one down now. And you're going to do the same thing, but you want to make sure your designer paper is going in the right direction, because you don't want your flowers to be upside down. How do I know that? just ask me. All right, so I need to get my trimmer so we can cut this now. And this is kind of new for me. I have not done this kind of card before. And so I do kind of like it, I think, because it is different. So we're going to take our cutter, and we're going to line it up, and we want to cut it right at the top of our designer paper, because you want two halves, and you don't want the white showing. I mean, some of it is going to show, but it's okay. So you're going to cut as close to your designer paper as you can to cut off the extra white. Okay, now let's put that out of the way. This is why I didn't want to glue the fresh fuchsia down, just in case I made a boo-boo. I would be able to fix it. So now what we're going to do is take our designer paper, and we're going to attach it to our fresh fuchsia. And again, make sure when you're attaching your paper down that you don't have it upside down. So this is going to go, and I'm going to leave just a little edge at the top and then a little edge at the bottom, and it will have a little edge on each side. We're going to take this one, do the same step where you're going to put your adhesive on here. And then, again, you're going to leave just a little space on each side and down at the bottom. And that way you've got this banner going across the center. Now I am ready to take this and put on my card base. I like to not hook everything together until I've got it assembled, because if you ever mess up, it's easier to tear it apart before the card base versus once it gets attached. And then we're going to line this up on the card base. And there's our card. Now, we have got to stamp our label now. And what we're going to do, if I can find it, where did I do with it? So we're going to take this one, and we're going to take this one. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for my, here it is. Looking for my piece of cardstock. So for this one, I took the fresh fuchsia and did the outside. And I took the darling duckling to do the inside. So we're going to take our stamp, and I'm going to stamp it right on the side here in fresh fuchsia. And then for the center, I'm going to take Just For You and then stamp straight in the center in the darling duckling. So that is that one. Now, you can turn this around, and there's another one that you can use. It's called Happiness Enclosed, or you can consider this a paper hug. That would fit in there if you turned it sideways. All right? Then what you will do is take your dies. This is a two-step die. So the first one you will take is the stitch die. You will take that and cut out fresh fuchsia, and then the other one you will layer it up on your stamp just like that and run it through your embossing machine. Now I have already done that for us, so I didn't have to keep walking away, but I just wanted to stamp and show you what it would look like. So now we're going to put our adhesive on here. All right. And then this kind of gives it a layered look. Perfect. All right, let's close these up because we're done with the stamping. And now we are ready to put it on our card. And we are going to use our dimensionals because I love popping. And I'm going to put 5 on here. You can do however many. I just don't like my tags and stuff to sag, so I tend to overstock because I don't want my tags to sag. All right, so don't put it upside down. And then you're going to put that right in the center, just like that. Then we're going to take our embellishments, and I'm going to take, for this one, I'm going to do the 2 big ones. So I'm going to take my Darling Duckling, and I'm going to put it there. And then I'm going to take this one and put on this side. So that is card number 2, guys. All right, we got to do our envelope. Forgot about that. All right, so what I did for this one is I took the Darling Duckling and I did happiness enclosed. And I just stamped it in the bottom. And then I also, because that's so tiny, I also stamped it on the back. Yeah, Dory, you do it too? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just love dimensionals. The bigger, the better, I guess, in my opinion. But I do use a lot of dimensionals. And then some people only use 1 or 2 per project. So it's just whatever you choose to do. I'm very heavy, kind of like I'm a heavy gluer too. I use a lot of adhesive on my projects, where a lot of people will just do one little snip and they're done. Not me. The whole thing's covered. All right, so this is card number 2. All right, let's go to card number 3. Now, I started out doing the measurements. So on this one, I might not have all the measurements, but let's see if I do. Let's see if I can remember them. I wrote them down, but then I ended up having to change them somewhat. So let's see if I can tell you right. But this is card number 3. Again, it is a fun fold card. I thought it was real pretty. The paper is just gorgeous. There is a stamp set that goes with this. It is an online exclusive bundle. But I don't have that stamp set with me, so I can't show you that. But there is, it's coming though, because it is on my wish list. I wasn't going to get it, but then I watched some people that I follow, some other demonstrators that I follow, and it's like, okay, now I got to have it. So this envelope, what I did is I took the designer paper and put on the back of it, and that matches the little strip on the inside. Okay, so let's see how we do this project is we have our Pretty in Pink cardstock. Okay, it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. So that is our basic card fold. So we're going to go ahead and run our feet through, give it that fold there. Then you're going to score it at 2 1/8. And then you're going to fold it back just like that. And that is how you get your fold. And then I'm going to score it there. All right. Now, I have designer series paper, and I have a piece of Pool Party. So Pool Party is cut 2 1/16 by 5 3/8. So this is 2 1/16 and 5 3/8. And this is Pool Party. The designer series paper is cut 2 inches by 5 5/16. So 2 inches, 5 5/16. We're going to go ahead and put our adhesive. Make sure to fit my envelope piece. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. Because this one's going to be, yeah. Okay, wrong sheet. So this is the 2 inches, 5 5/16. So the measurement was right. I just had the wrong piece. Normally I put my stickies on the back of each one, and this I didn't because my time was getting really close. All right, so we're going to put this on our Pool Party, and it is going to kind of be layered, and it's going to have a little gap at the top and a little gap at the bottom. Okay, and then on the sides, you should be able to see your Pool Party. This is ready to be attached to your card base. And that is going to go right there. And it is going to have a top and a bottom piece where you're showing the pretty in pink. And that's okay because you want that. All right, now we're ready for the inside of our card paper. So on the inside, we have our Pool Party is going to go here. And I'm just wanting to get my layers together beforehand because, you know, I told you I don't like gluing down until I have my pieces. But before we do that, we need to do our stamping on this one, and it is the Misty Moonlight ink pad. And for this sentiment, I am using one that says, "It's a wonderful day to celebrate you." And I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight. This goes at the top of the basic white. Beautiful. And this piece, I didn't tell you the measurement on it. It is 2 inches by 5. 2 inches by 5. All right, and then my designer series paper that's going on the inside is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Okay, now these two are going to line up on the Pool Party. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this down. And it does have a little shadow of the Pool Party around each side. Okay. And now we're going to take our basic white and put on the other side. And then I am going to, hold on. Okay. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take this little strip and we're going to put our adhesive on it. And that goes right down at the bottom. And I put it all the way at the white to the bottom so the white is not showing at the bottom. Okay? Now we're ready to put this on the inside of the card because I actually did it and did not make a boo-boo. So, there we go. And then this is going to go on the inside here. Now, we've got to do our label. I thought that was over too far. Hold on. Let's see if we can lift this up. This needs to scoot over just a little bit. Thought I had it too far, but all right. Still a little too much, but it'd be all right. All right, so now what we've got to do is we've got to stamp again because we've got to stamp our sentiment. And this is going in the Misty Moonlight. And again, I am using the big stamp. So I'm going to, again, take my stamp pad and just tap my stamp with the ink pad. And like I said, this takes less risk of dropping it. And then it also helps you get a better image coverage. And then we're going to take it again and we're going to stamp it directly onto our card base or our basic white cardstock. And we're going to give it that good press and lift it. And there is your image. All right. Now with this one, what I did is you have the swirly die and this die. So this die fits directly on here, just like that. But this one, it cuts out another image. So what I did is I took it and I cut it out of Misty Moonlight, and then I'm going to layer it with the basic white on the top, just like that. Okay? So I've already did that for us. We just got to now assemble it. Hold on. Yeah, we can do this and then that. All right. And then you're going to line your two hearts up as close as you can. And then you're going to put that down. Then what I did is I took my basic white ribbon and we're going to cut a snip of it off. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to take it and go through the little heart here. Yep, I thought that. Cut it too short. Let's take another snip. Now this one's going to be too long, but it'll be all right. So we're going to take this in and we're going to fold it just like I showed you before. And we're going to run it through the heart. And then we're going to loop it through and tug it. Now don't tug it too hard because of course you're messing with paper and it will tear. But just give it a little tug to be able to get the ribbon tight. And then I am going to put dimensionals on it. Now, you don't want to put dimensionals on the whole thing. So what I did is the part that's going to lay on the card like this, I put it on this side. I put it on the side that I'm going to lay it on with. So I put one up here. And then I did one over here, okay? And then we're going to lay it like that, so it's okay to put a line of them down. Now, I didn't go all the way down. Let's do one right there. Let's just stop right there so we don't mess up our card. Because you don't want to put your dimensionals and then your card don't open and close correctly. Okay? And then we're going to take this and we're going to fold it over just like that. And that way you don't see your dimensionals on the back side there, okay? Now, because my ribbon is too long, we've got to snip it. So you put it however long you want it. I'm going to let mine go all the way to the tip of the card. I just think that's pretty. Okay? Now, for the embellishments on this card, I am using the, what are these called? Flat adhesive back pearls. And they are so pretty. And they are on the last chance item list. So when they're gone, they're gone. And I just got these, so I need to use them. So we're going to put 3 on. We're going to get 1 big one and then 2 of the small ones. And I just stuck it in the right-hand corner there. But these gems are called flat adhesive back pearls. And like I said, they are on the last chance list. So we got to grab them while you can. All right, so the last thing we need to do is we have got to do our envelope. And what I did with that is I have the designer series paper. And for this, I like to use liquid glue because it gives you an opportunity to have a little more wiggle room than you would with the adhesive. So I'm going to just rub it around. Okay. Then we're going to take and match this. And I like to open this up so I don't get it on the actual envelope because then it will be awful trying to use the envelope. And this one don't go quite all the way to the end, but it's okay. So now that I have it on there as close to the edge as we can. Okay, we're going to just take our snip and we're going to run it around the edge of the envelope here. To make it even there. All right, and that way it matches the card because we put that strip on the inside. And if you didn't want to use this side, you definitely could use your flower side to go on the outside as well. But I just wanted to change it up. So those are the 3 projects for tonight. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you all for being here, watching, and supporting me. If you like the cards, give it a thumbs up. Share the video as that does help me grow. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to talk with you and help you in any way that I can. Let me finish cleaning these